We can always bring Kramer in. So, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Punk Rock Saves Lives PMA session for 12721. Look, Dan is here. He said he was not going to be here, but look, Dan is in the corner with us.
This is true.
It's
Unexpected Dan is like my favorite kind of Dan.
Yeah, Unexpected Dan. That's the next band name.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
That's a good band name.
That'll be Dan's sticker when we make stickers of our faces.
We're giving it a second to kick in. Yeah, if we ever make any of these stickers we've talked about making or shirts that
I still have the list, so don't worry.
Good.
This has been a year of pandemic PMA sessions almost, and
9 months.
10 months.
10 months. 10
Yep.
months.
And we keep coming up with crazy ideas for stickers, t-shirts, all based on this. And so let's do the welcome in to everybody. It's a snowy, melty, snowy day here in Denver. Things are slowly opening up. People are slowly getting vaccinated. Driving yesterday, I was doing the food delivery and stuff, and I will tell you, it was crazy. a lot of slipping and sliding, and
Actually,
a lot of transplants that don't know how to drive here.
Oh yeah.
I know In the Whale has a song about that, so you know.
Well, see, in New Mexico, no one knows how to drive in the snow or any precipitation, no matter how long they've lived here and have been through it, because we do get snow. But actually, the other day, I woke up, so we got a big storm. I woke up to everybody that I know in Vegas freaking out that they were going to get snow. And then all of a sudden, my brother texted me from Pasadena that it's snowing in LA.
Yeah,
Pasadena.
Adam from the faction posted a bunch of pictures of snow in Vegas. And if you've ever been out around he lives kind of on the outskirts, and I never thought I would see snow there.
Yeah,
so,
it's the entire Southwest region was snowing at one time. Like, that's just absolutely mind-blowing to me.
I do got to say this. Look, Jeremiah's on, guys. And I got to apologize, Jeremiah. I totally zoned and didn't come get the screen today. Jeremiah is giving me a movie screen to hang in the backyard, and I forgot to go pick it up. I'm sorry, dude. I'll call you tomorrow. And of course, Rich is here, and he's very excited to see you in the Whale. Guys, I don't know if we told you all about. I don't know if you've seen Rich's story this year, where he was hit by a car on his motorcycle and lost it. He lost a leg. Our favorite doorman, and he's gone through this incredible journey all year. And we have pictures of him now going up and down stairs on his prosthetic, and it's been the most amazing. Talk about PMA. He's been our hero through the whole year. So it's been neat to watch. It was right before pandemic started when he got hit. So hey, and now Nick has jumped in, and Nick, you're on the website now. If you haven't seen it, by the way, if Kramer finally got it done, so if he gets on here tonight, we can give him grief. But he's got something to do, but he might pop in. So all right. So below me, as always, Mackenzie Adams. Not Adams.
What?
I screw your last name up constantly. So
How long have we known each other?
Mackenzie Walters. Excuse me. Who is Mackenzie Adams?
Let's figure this out. I feel like it's been like 8 years.
Yeah, at least. But I just screw it up constantly.
I know.
I'm kind of driving all this food for other people before I get this job starting Monday. It kills your brain. You're like, whoa.
Or Grubhub or
mainly DoorDash, and I've tried Instacart the last few days. And getting people's groceries tells you a lot about people.
it's all
There's a subreddit, and I can't think of the name of it right now, but people will post just like a picture of the inside of their fridge, and then the commenters will all have to guess like basically age, sex, location of like who owns the fridge, and it's actually really, really entertaining and time consuming.
Well, you told us a little about what's happening down there in Albuquerque. Y'all had snow. What else is going on?
I mean, just that, we're doing a lot better than most places on our vaccine rollout, which is pretty exciting. So I'm hoping to get vaccinated by spring. So that'll be cool. But Other than that, we're still, you guys were talking about things opening up, like we're just close. So
I'm getting buzzed by a giant helicopter.
nice.
Yeah. Ghetto bird.
Yeah.
All right, and on this side is Dan Falkenthal, who we didn't think was going to be here tonight. So the surprise Dan is always wonderful. How's everything in Chicagoland, Dan?
Things are pretty good. Finally got some snow sticking, which is nice to finally see and actually have a legit winter for once. I don't think last year really felt like it, but yeah, no complaints.
No lake effect snow? That's Buffalo mainly. But,
Yeah.
and then it's our amazing, amazing honor to bring on two guys and an amazing band that we love. They played the Hoedown for us in the past. We've done lots of cool shows together. I got to see their Lollapalooza performance.
Right.
One of the only times it's really tough, and I say this a lot, but I really have trouble walking away from our booth when we're at festivals because I'm really there to work. And but when two guys from your town get their shot to play Lollapalooza, not on a little stage, on one of the big stages, I had to run away and watch it, even though it was at what, 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock in the morning.
I think we were literally the very first band
Right.
of the day.
But there was a giant crowd and they tore it down, and it was all because they made a big impression on Mr. Perry Farrell at the Ogden, nonetheless, right? So, well, ladies and gentlemen, our brothers in the Whale, how are you guys?
Doing all right.
We're surviving.
And Lauren made it. I'm sorry, I got to do this real fast. Lauren said she doesn't know what a ghetto bird is. I'm sorry, I didn't mean it in any bad way, but that's what helicopters with the big spotlights have been called
The police.
because they tend to be flying over bad neighborhoods. And I didn't mean it in any kind of bad way. It's just what it's ingrained in your brain if you've lived in an inner city for a while.
Or seen any movie ever.
Or listen to Ice Cube.
Or
Yeah.
Ice Cube.
Yeah, that's probably where. No, I know you got it, Lauren. I just wanted to say, yeah. If you've listened to Ice Cube, you've heard the term, and that's probably where I picked it up. So, it's funny. I do want to point this out. Lauren is on, and she had a really rad thing with just a week or so ago with our friends in Maple Syndrome. Did a whole interview with her, and then they had our awesome April Shootman on this week, and that's really rad. So check out Maple Syndrome, see some awesome women in action. And April's kind of a big deal because number one, she's involved with us, and number two, she plays drums in my band. So go watch hers for sure. But in the Whale, Denver, Colorado, two-piece badass band. What's going on with you guys during this pandemic?
Not a lot. We've been just so before this all hit, we had recorded a record with Steve Evans at 606 Studio in LA and played one of the coolest shows we've ever played with Boys in the Well. And we had tickets and everything to go to tour Australia for our record label and had some tours on the books and some festivals, and now we're just sitting at home.
We did a really great, I think, pretty successful live stream this summer that went pretty well, and a really great social distance show in Denver that we thought went really well. And then we had two social distance shows lined up that we had to cancel because of the surge in October. So we're just kind of twiddling our thumbs.
Was that the Oriental series? Was one of the?
Yeah, we played the Oriental. Yeah.
That was before a lot of those big spikes had happened, and they were starting to kind of like, I guess the first time they were starting to open things up, and then it just we were like, yeah, we're done.
Yeah, we're just sort of glorified merch shippers now. We just sell our merch online and ship it to people.
Yep, I know that well.
No.
I do all of our merch from here, and it's even fun. The good part is, I'm sure y'all have done it too, where you can do all the printing and everything from home, and the only thing you have to do is drop it at the post office. But
We tried to do or I tried to sign up for the where you do that. You like do a little scale and all that stuff, and then we went on tour, and I didn't follow up with it.
Oh,
We send like thousands and thousands of parcels and just like, I'm going to handwrite it, I guess.
but waiting in line at the post office, I mean, over the last few months has been insane.
Yeah, we just came out with this vinyl, and we were shipping stuff around Christmas time was just insanity. Lines out the door, insanity.
Well, they got to be 6 feet apart.
Yeah, exactly.
So number one, you have a long line, and then you multiply that line by 6 times?
Yeah.
Well, that, and you've got everybody shipping even more stuff than they normally would have. You know, it's like most people in that line are dropping off one box. It's a lot of people who are, you know, creators or makers who are shipping out a ton of things or shipping out all their Christmas gifts to their friends that they would normally just give in person and things like that. So it's just kind of every single person, it felt like, was taking 15 minutes. And then so all of a sudden, you know, maybe there's only 10 people in front of you, but you're out in the cold.
What is with people showing up to the post office and like, I've never been in this building in my life.
That too.
Yeah.
What? They're like, would you like a book of stamps? What is a book?
Right, yeah.
What are stamps?
I was like just normal nice to somebody at a FedEx store, and they were so appreciative of it, and it just makes me feel so bad for like all of the shit those people go through. Just like, and they're like, wow, like they looked at me, they're like, you work in customer service, don't you? I was like, well, yeah. And I'm just like, you shouldn't be able to tell because I'm just being like an average amount of polite to you. Like,
there's always a tell though.
Yeah, we just had we did a really big shipment of records the other day. Like we're talking 150 or so, and ruined a couple postal workers' days. Just showed up with just, you know.
It's almost like that's kind of one of those things where maybe it'd be like the nice thing to do would be like wait until the end of the day, so like the last person in line to hold people up. But also, if I were like a postal worker, I'd be pissed if you were like the last person I was dealing with.
Yeah, I was planning on going. We split up. We
tackled over the whole town.
I was like, I'm going to go to 2 different post offices, and then I saw this one was slow, and I was like, screw it, I'm going to this one for the whole thing.
Okay. That kind of happened to me. The post office right over here by my house, literally a block away, giant post office, always a line, always. But the one on Broadway, not too far, or kind of across from Illegal Pete's, little bitty post office. I went there just for some reason and literally walked right in and right to the counter. And I went, what is going on? You know, so
there's one Pecos that's like no one ever there. And then there's one that's sometimes hit or miss that's off of, it's on Pecos too, South Pecos, off of I-70 in Pecos. You got to figure out the times too. You know, you don't want to screw everybody's day.
There's been post office talk with.
Post office talk with Punk Rock Saves Lives. Now I know there's some crazy stories about Nate's past job. Are y'all still holding down day jobs right now? Are you doing things like that? Are you trying to live? Nate, you were worked in a funeral or no?
Yeah, correct. I grew up in a funeral home when I was little, from since I was 15 years old until 18. I helped my grandfather, who owned a funeral home in my small town. I went to college and I left, and I came to Denver, and the economy was bad when we moved in 2009 or 10, 11. So I went back to a different funeral home, and I worked there for the Denver County Coroner and did homicide pickups and all that stuff for years. But when we were touring really heavy, I think the last 2 years, I had stopped because there was no way I could have. Now I do basically what you were doing. I'm delivering food, and I work for Amazon and stupid things like that make you want to just drive a spike into your skull.
My time at Amazon lasted a whole whopping month and a half, 2 months.
Hey, that's good. I lasted 3.
Yeah, it beat my soul to death, and
they don't give a shit about humans
in your body. Yeah, it literally driving that truck for Amazon, like literally, and I tour for a living. You know what I mean? I lift stuff in and out of venues every night. But something about getting in and out of that truck and delivering 200 packages a day, and them not really caring about you at all through the whole thing,
Right.
And they watch you on your phone to make sure you're not going 1 mile over the speed limit, or you know what I mean. So nothing against whether or not you order from Amazon or not, or any of that. Just job wise, it's not the good one.
Yeah, it was really.
But
yeah, I've been doing landscaping for the past couple years. Just again, it was just the job they let me leave and come back. So I just do that when I get home, and now I'm doing it all the time.
that's kind of what we've all seemed to do, and that's why, you know, I honestly, and we just saw it this week when they've announced that Punk Rock Bowling is going to move to the fall, if they can even have it then. And immediately people blew us up all the time. Are y'all gonna? Is Punk Rock Saves Lives going to be there? And yeah, we will be there. We got to work. We got to work on everything, and I've got to get, you know, I'll get a hold of the Stearns and let them get the booking and everything done. And then we were going to be the official nonprofit last year, and we were going to have a Punk Rock Saves Lives village before it all got canceled, like 4 or 5 nonprofits in one place under one giant tent. And we were going to have a little auction area and all sorts of stuff. And then we were obviously going to have the hoedown shows as well. And so, yes, everybody that asked, we will be there in multiple forms, and it's going to be amazing.
On that, though, guys, like, for real, I mean, I'm sure everybody watching has already heard this 1,000 times and knows and is doing fine. But if America doesn't get its shit together, like, this isn't going to happen either. So please help us be there in the fall.
It is the most optimistic to think that the closest we will have a festival will be fall. Will be Riot Fest or Punk Rock Bowling, or, you know, the late fall is when, if everybody got their shots, we would have a chance to return to touring and to festivals and stuff like that. I'm pretty sure there'll still be some rules by then. But if they allow us to do them, we will be there. We're itching to be out there as much as everybody there. Our boy, I got to point this up, Clinton Smith, United Defiance just pops up. Talk about a PMA brother. There he is right there. So you guys know the United Defiance guys out of the Bay Area?
I don't think so. No.
Y'all would be good together. We need to hook y'all up. That would be a good tour. So, really rad stuff. So hopefully we'll get all that going again, and we just got to be optimistic. You know, everybody's going to make their own decision on getting the vaccine. We beg you, as live music lovers, as well as producers, as well as artists, as well as everything, we want to get back on the road, and the best way to do it is if we all get that vaccine.
I've heard
even if you have your own reasons to not, or it's just not your thing, you know, we do beg you that you do, you know, your fair amount of, like, your own research, whatever makes you feel comfortable. But if you don't get it, at least continue to stay vigilant. If you do get it, continue to stay vigilant. You know, wear your masks, wash your hands, keep your bubble small, things like that. If you're feeling sick, don't go out. Just little things. I mean, these things that we've been doing work. It's just they don't work when people aren't doing them.
Yeah, I've heard rumors that Live Nation is going to make you provide proof that you have the vaccine to even get you in the show.
I would personally be fine with that if that's kind of how it goes. Scary thought. Think of, like, a state of the nation being like, you know, prove that you got this thing to show up to this thing that should feel like free speech and freedom and all that, but it's just, you know, I don't care if I grow a tail. If it gets me into a show, I'm gonna do it.
Well, that's the whole thing about it is, you know, Tina, my wife and our director has gotten her first shot. She gets her second Friday because she works for the blood bank. She's considered a frontline employee. She felt and realized both of us had COVID, and you know about it. A lot of you stepped up and helped us and checked on us constantly, and we kept finding groceries on the front porch and stuff. So we can never thank you enough for that. But Tina got her first shot, and a lot of people are saying that the second shot, the first shot's not so bad. The second shot, you will feel kind of like you have it for a couple of days. Tina felt like she had it bad for 2 days after the shot. Now, Is that because we had already had COVID and this was technically her second dose in a way? We kind of thought about that and stuff like that. But if it's only a day or two, man, to me, it's worth it. And I'm like begging that I get lucky. Being a 50-year-old diabetic, I want my shot. I'm afraid. I'm afraid to get it again. It was not pleasant, guys. That's the best way I can put it. And I know you saw the picture. I spent 2 nights or a day and a half in the hospital, and those pictures of me looking bad. I've gone back and looked at them and go, why the hell did I post that? But I really wanted you to know that it was real. You know what I mean? And another local artist, Eric Yulving, that works at High Dive and plays drums in a bunch of bands in town. He had just found out basically the same day I had, and I saw him as I was going in the hospital. And man, it's real, dude. So if you have the opportunity to take the shot, please do. Look, Kramer!
It's alive. What's happening, y'all?
So
That's
the boy.
That's the dude right there.
we were waiting
I
on
know
Kramer.
these faces. Hey, I know that dude.
I think you even have an In the Whale skateboard behind you there, don't you?
You sure do.
Yeah, I can see it.
That missing teeth. That's right. That's good.
Yes, sir. Why
How you
can't
doing?
I hear you suckers?
What?
Oh man.
Oh man.
Who can't
I
hear?
mean, I can hear you. It's just whispering and such.
Turn your volume up, bro.
Hold on, I'm gonna.
Drop the incognito mode.
Well, I'm going to take this moment real quick to figure out what the hell my dog is doing.
Where is the puppy?
Kramer, close all your Pornhub tabs. That'll help.
I was told that this is a judgment-free zone.
You are incorrect.
Damn it! Son of a. So always does it every time I come in here, and it says, "Oh, you're connected to a Bluetooth device," and I'm not. Liars.
Yeah, you're kind of like, we can hear you, but you're kind of delayed. Your mouth's not moving when you're talking. It's pretty funny.
No.
It looks pretty good from where we are.
There you go. Oh, he is our. If you've seen him before, guys, he is our main artist and our amazing fireman and brother and pit supervisor. We can call him a million things. Professional fan, skateboarder, awesome dad, awesome husband. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Josh Kramer. Woo!
My favorite Kramer story is when he saved Jason DeVore in Florida when he broke his foot. He jumped up on stage, got the chair, got him all put back together, and Jason sang the whole rest of the show. And then Kramer drove him to the ER.
I just remember. I remember we're sitting there and just going nuts in the pit, and all of a sudden you like literally grab me by my face, and you're like, "Jason just broke his leg." Oh shit! And so I run in the back and I grab a bunch of ice, and Travis meets me up at the edge of the stage. The show didn't skip a beat, and Travis meets me up at the front of the stage with a roll of gaffer tape, and Jason's just still in the middle of belting everything out, blew out his goddamn Achilles. Yep. And I'm down there trying to Mr. Miyagi it to get the show to go on. And
Did you gaff tape his ankle together?
yes, sir.
That's a roadie right there.
I've done that for a sprained one before.
And then he sat in a chair and sang the rest of the rest of the show. And they went to the hospital, and they still toured. We still toured with them the rest of the tour. Like, didn't even miss a beat.
Yeah.
Jason has to be on deathbed to even think about canceling a show. That kid has so much passion. I love it to death.
Well, he's an Arizona kid. He knows how. There's worse things.
Speaking of that tour, what are your thoughts on Glitter?
Oh my God! So these stupid jerks, they stuck. Hey, you know what? How many years ago was that tour, and I still have freaking glitter coming out of my vent?
Yeah, So the last show of this tour with Authority Zero that we did
Is in Texas. It was
at Gas Monkey.
Gas Monkey Live.
So when we were playing, Travis, their tour manager, army crawled on our stage so that no one saw him, all the way over to the camp and stole his keys, broke into our van and put glitter inside of our AC vents.
Oh, that's like
Years of glitter that has been coming out. There's sometimes I'll hit a bump, while I'm driving. I'm like, I got everything. And
Boom, yeah.
And it's not even like, it's like quinceanera glitter. It's like happy 16 and like sticks to your face. And I just show up to wherever I'm going now with my mask on, and it's just covered in like bedazzlement.
Nice.
Yeah, I can't roast any of the Authority Zero guys at all. I'm like, we'll just reply with like, hey, how's that glitter taste?
Yeah.
It's like, damn it.
that's so perfect.
It's a cross.
Glitter's great.
You say so.
No, it's not.
Who was guitar at that time? Was that
Dan.
Dan Aid. Yeah.
Dan.
I don't know an update, but they are taking open submissions for a guitar player right now.
I already miss Dan though.
I do too. We're always going to miss Dan. We love him to death, and we hope that all of his projects go great. If you've seen him on TV, if you've watched, and I can't remember
He does a million things.
I can't remember the name of the show though. It's the
one he was most recently on, like the network TV show, was Good Girls.
Good Girls.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
Good
he
Girls.
had a.
Oh, he's in that one.
Oh, you got to meet Christina Hendricks.
Yeah, he's on the show with her as a regular contributor. So
He actually has. I don't think he has any arms in the show.
What?
Yeah, you'll have to watch it.
Huh. Okay.
I have not seen it because I don't have.
It's actually really good. I was a huge fan of it before I knew he was going to be on it, so I've been watching it since the beginning, and it is really, really awesome. I highly recommend checking it out.
And he did play the love interest in Smilf.
Right.
Right.
He did that too. Yeah.
That's what
Clinton just threw that up. So, and
Yeah,
then
that's one I haven't gotten to see yet. I think that was on Hulu, and I don't have Hulu.
and I believe he's got his music projects like the Big Hearts Club and all the stuff around Denver. Somebody said he's in Chicago, but I don't know how true that is. I
would love to know.
Yeah, if he
Pretty sure
leaves,
he's still in Denver.
if he leaves Denver, that would be unless it was to LA to act all the time, but we wish Dan the world, and they do too. It was not a bad breakup or anything. It's just Dan has so many cool projects going on that he's going to go with those.
And I have all this talent.
Yeah. Oh, darn. So much talent.
Hey guys, I'm gonna go be on TV. Sorry, I can't.
I can't sit in a van with 7 guys and eat a ramen cup for 5 days.
Ramen cups and farts.
I can't wear the same pair of jeans for 2 months straight.
Yeah.
Where you just have to cut them off me when they're done.
I'll just go be on TV instead.
Yeah. Sorry. I like showering regularly and having baths.
We make tours sound so bad, but we miss it so
I
much.
go back in a heartbeat. I was telling Eric, I'm like, there's times when I'll remember some of the worst moments. Like, we've stayed at hotels and gotten bed bugs and like blown out tires and blown engines. I'm like, man, tomorrow I would go back right now just to do that stuff again.
Didn't y'all had a major blowout engine?
We're on engine number 3.
Oh man!
Oh shit!
On the same van.
Yeah, 420,000 miles.
Blaze it.
Yeah, blaze it.
Yeah, same van, 3 engines.
It was a mortuary van when I was working at the mortuary. It was.
Yeah, we just kind of, the van is so laser focused, like maintained, that it just doesn't make sense to buy a new one. Like everything else is great on it. Just replace the engine for however much it is. It's cheaper than buying a new one. So we're just like, F it.
Yeah.
Keep putting a new engine.
Yeah.
Yep.
Haven't gotten to use that engine very much this.
We put in the new
lately.
engine and we're up to 3,000 miles. That is nothing. Usually we'll blow through that in like a week and a half.
Yeah.
That sounds really familiar. The camper has a lot of miles on it too, so that's but I tell you this, the one super cool thing when I switched, when the people helped me back in the day get the original Salty Camper, and then unfortunately it died, or it blew a wheel gasket after I left Albuquerque, nonetheless, between Albuquerque and Denver. But the new the new one, having a shower, even having a shower in your camper, is one of the coolest things ever. I mean, so that changed the world. That changed my attitude on touring somewhat.
You know what changed my attitude was getting one of those big sponges that they use for grouting and just like sponge bath.
That works too. Some of the venues, not many of the small dirty dive bars, but some of the other venues, when you get like when you guys did some Jane's Addiction and stuff like that, some of those venues will actually have a shower.
Yeah, it just depends on, honestly, it's like really kind of weird how booking goes and how certain genres get put into certain clubs. Like when we were doing the Gutter Mouse, the Agent Orange, the Authority Zeros, all those clubs were pretty much the kind of DIY punk, like fun clubs is what I would say. Like no shower, but there's a keg of beer and there's, for some reason, 12 pieces of pizza.
Yeah, it's where do your priorities lie?
Right. And then you have the tours like with the Presidents of the United States of America, the Go-Go Bordellos, the Jane's Addictions that are just like
shower, laundry.
There's laundry, there's a bus terminal. It's just different. It's like both are equally fun.
I think it happens if you get like a Billboard top song at some point. You're on the radio for a while, and people know normal people know like one of your songs. I think that's when you get like shower privileges. You know what I mean? People who
I get what you're saying.
People who expect their Friday night to smell a certain way might be here.
Billboard mails you your shower certificate.
Right.
Oh.
This is laminated, so you could use it in the shower.
Hey, you made it.
When I first came to work for Love, Hope, Strength, I had been out of the music industry for a while. I'd stayed connected while I was in Nashville, but I hadn't done any tours and anything since the 90s. And then I moved here in 2011. And I think in 2012, I went on this Linkin Park, Incubus, and Mute Math were on tour.
Oh, Mute Math is so good.
Incredible every night.
One of the best drummers I've ever seen live. I was like, holy shit, I would kill him.
Good if the dogs are barking, Tina's home.
Dogs agree too.
Sneaking in behind me. So there we go. She apparently has new eyelashes. Eyelashes. Look, there she is.
Hey.
So, Kramer's here, but he went away for a second. I don't know.
He's working on his computer.
But when I went on that, the dogs are going crazy for Tina. The corgi pit is in full mode.
My dog's ears just perked up. I was like, what?
But it blew me away because I hadn't toured in so long. But that big of a tour, Linkin Park at their height of popularity, Incubus, celebrating 20 years of Make Yourself on that tour, I think. And then Mute Math opening. And these were giant shed outdoor arenas and Jones Beach and all that stuff, those big outdoor amphitheaters. And I kind of got thrown right back into this giant tour. And I was walking around one day when I first got there, and somebody was washing clothes backstage. And I was like, hey, I hadn't seen this before. They toured. The whole tour had its own washer and dryer that went from show to show. Yeah. A roadie had to load in a washer and dryer every day.
Offspring 311 tour.
You got to go and hook up to water.
Yeah.
I think those big sheds still have the capabilities to do that.
Wow.
Oh, look at this.
Clay.
Oh.
Clay Adkins.
I hate you, Clay. I hate you so much.
Clay Lake. If you guys don't know, Clay is with Jason DeVore from Authority Zero, are the owners of Earth Skateboards that sponsor not only our charity, In the Whale has an Earth skateboard behind Kramer there. They did a wedding board for me. There's me, actually, my little Superman board. And they do Authority Zero Potato Pirates. And here, the really cool thing about Earth skateboards is every board is awesome, not only with bands, but usually each board has a charity component as well. So it's really cool where the money, like some of the money for every board goes. So it's really rad. Clay, if I'm going to text you the link, and then you should come in for a second. If you heard that, hit thumbs up.
We already told the Clay Lake story about the 420 Blaze It stuff.
I don't think that was live. I think that was just.
Oh, was it not? All right.
We
Wait until he gets on.
yeah, okay, yeah.
Then we'll say it.
I gotta get the link where I sent it to you guys.
Clay Lake and In the Whale have a long storied history of him hopping in our van for like a weekend while we're on tour. I'll just hang out with you guys for like 4 days.
Hey, look at this! Look at this, Travis Stevens.
Oh,
It's a
Yeah,
big
so their
red.
story though, for those of you who are interested in hearing it when they bring it up, I think we should make a betting pool for how long it takes for all three of those people to grow up someday.
Oh,
I'm kidding.
Ooh,
It'll
sick.
be funny when other people hear.
Hey, Kramer.
Kramer's back.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out the damn audio on this thing. Some reason you're coming out of the earpiece on the phone and not out of the speaker phone.
Bluetooth.
Weird technology there, sir. Can you turn said Bluetooth off?
No, it's,
Nope.
Nope.
no.
Well,
No, I tried that. Tried
did-
everything. Tried connecting you to a bigger speaker, and for some reason it just wants to come out of there. Say la vie.
So, In the Whale Boys, as we've gotten deeper and deeper into all of this stuff, what have y'all been doing to keep your PMA up? What your positive mental attitude? Through all this, what are some stuff you guys have been doing? What could you maybe throw towards some other people to keep your humor up, keep your whatever, So.
I come from a very long line of people ignoring the problem, and oh my god, damn it!
Travis, we had already talked about that. Have you not been home?
You guys literally said like we can't throw anything at any member or family of Authority Zero without getting that comment.
There it
That's it. It's an infamy.
And he didn't even see that part.
Son of a bitch. And we can't retaliate because there's no touring. They're not coming to Denver.
Yeah, no way.
You can absolutely retaliate. Private message me after this, and I will give you ideas.
Oh.
Hey. See, there's some PMA. Yeah.
For me, I bought a house and I've been literally tiling. I dropped a wall. I put in new insulation. I've done oh my God. Yeah. Love you too, Travis. Just nonstop, just kind of rebuilding and catching up on things that I have not been able to, like being closer with my family and spending time with my nephew and just family, because I've been neglecting it by being on the road for so long. So that's good. That's the positive.
I have had a really, really tough time adjusting to this. I don't particularly enjoy my day job, so that's been really tough. I actually just started with individual therapy about 2 weeks ago, so that's been helping quite a bit. And yeah, same thing with Nate, like Nate said, sketching up on all the stuff I don't get to do when I'm on tour, like spend time with loved ones and my dogs and my family and all that stuff. I mean, sparingly because it's a damn pandemic, but still more than I used to.
Right.
Eric, get a hold of me afterwards, and I'll make sure you get one of our I Go to Therapy and It's Okay shirts.
Okay.
They're
that's
awesome.
we're trying to destigmatize the idea that therapy is something to be ashamed of. So
Well,
I
yeah,
wore that
honestly-
shirt for the first time to my last therapy session, which I didn't know that day was also my therapist's birthday, and she was really excited about it.
Yeah, for me, it's been like a way to hash things out with someone that's a completely neutral party. Like, it's not even about being crazy or being whatever. You know what I mean? It's about just like, here's someone that's no skin in the game, no cards in the game. They're just a completely neutral person that can help you work through the stuff that, isn't going to bring their own agenda into it, So,
Yeah,
that's very true.
absolutely.
That's one of the things that I learned when I've been, and it's just someone that is there to listen and try to help you figure out what would help you move in the right direction and handle these situations. And it's nothing to be. Clinton says he just did 6 months. I mean, everything. It's great to see our artists it's okay. We had, you guys have probably done some stuff with, I'm guessing with Bowling for Soup somewhere down the line, probably.
Actually, no, we've never really crossed paths with those guys at all.
Yeah, but Jarrett, the singer, is on our advisory board, and he went through a huge bout of depression and came on one of these and was so open and honest about it. It was revolutionary, man. It was really cool. And and I do know he is shipping. If you did a Punks and Pets, we've been catching up with the ones that got messed up, and a lot are shipping out. And we've been tracking ones. We were talking about the post office when we first came on. Some of the Punks and Pets are still lost in. Someone just got theirs like yesterday or something, and it was shipped back before Christmas. So they're out there, and there's a few that are coming. Jared tells me he's mailing his for tomorrow. So you don't know you had Jarrett Reddick, but if you haven't gotten yours yet, you might have gotten a hand-painted Jarrett Reddick. So hopefully they're shipping out tomorrow. But pretty rad. And we're going to do that again eventually. We're trying to make sure all these get out first, and then we'll figure out how to do it again. But if you guys don't know, we did a big fundraiser where we had music artists and visual artists and everything. You would send in a picture. You donate it to the charity. Send in a picture of your pet, and we got you a rendering of that pet, be it very good or very bad. You didn't know what you were going to get because it was musicians and stuff drawing your pet. Then
Very good or very bad.
yeah, we tried to put that out. It could be very elementary, or it could be, you never know. And we got some amazing ones. Speaking of pet, which one's that? Is that Lou?
That's Lou.
Okay, I saw him poking his head up. Look at that. That dog is as big as Kramer, guys, and that's.
Oh no, this is the little one. He's about 65 pounds. He's the little guy.
Oh, yeah.
Otto's the big fucker that's about 120.
Have you seen Kramer's couch? How big that son of a bitch is? Shit. Yeah. You can literally do a full backflip on the whole thing, like the whole length.
Kramer's like, I'm getting a couch that I can lay on because Kramer's like fucking 6'7" or something.
I never buy anything for me. Very rarely. And when I got my first full-time gig, I went and splurged and had a 9.5 foot long custom couch made. Just because my whole life, every couch that I crashed on when I spent 2 decades couch surfing, my head would touch one end and my feet were jammed in on the other. So I was like, you know what? No more.
That's kind of like an amazing thing to do for yourself.
It is.
Yeah.
I'm into it.
And
Treat yourself.
That is PMA, guys. Sometimes you have to
treat yourself.
treat yourself. Yeah. So I like that. We were talking about Kramer helping people in the pit. There are a few videos of me floating around in pits, and it seems like every one of them, I'm always like, nobody will hold me up in a pit. And it's actually Kramer underneath me, just Kramer carrying me around. It looks like I'm on top of the crowd, but it's actually Kramer holding me up.
I got to be good for something.
But and you held that one of Tina, her first ever. Wait a minute, if he can figure it out, it looks like, oh my God, Clay Lake.
Oh no!
There he
Hey,
is.
is this thing on?
Guys,
Yeah, time to go, guys. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.
Well,
Clay is Flo.
Clay, you a black guy.
what's up, guys?
What's that?
I got a black eye.
Oh, I thought you had a
It's
black
just,
guy.
it's just the lighting.
Oh no.
Like, damn it.
I have mascaras running. I was crying. With so happy you guys invited me.
Welcome aboard.
It's so cool that
Dog, yeah. No more withdrawals, yeah.
You know, I miss. There would be It's so funny. Clay always seemed to find when we had like 2 days off in a row, and he'd show up, and I remember it was just blackout days. It wasn't like, hey, you guys want to stop at this place, get a beer, and then the next thing you knew, you're just like, I don't remember anything.
Yeah, Clay would be like, "Hey, I got you a shot." Like, why'd you do that? I don't want this. Drink it.
and here's the ultimate Clay.
Pusher.
Hey, let's go to this bar.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, I own 1% of this bar.
Right.
Yeah.
At every bar he takes me to, he owns a tiny piece of. That's pretty awesome. So,
We
Putting money right back into his pocket.
we could only meet up with Clay. We have a limit. It's like 3 times a year total, or else it's like my liver.
Get alcohol poisoning.
Yeah, just die. We call it just getting Clay Lake really hard.
Clay Lake.
and I've always laughed about the punk rock bowling Clay Lake, where he's been a stumbling around Vegas for 4 days in a row, and I don't think he sleeps.
Yeah, I miss those days. Yeah. I remember the first time I met Nate and Eric, they came over and I put on that Greasy Strangler movie, and now it's their favorite movie ever.
It's not our favorite and the worst movie ever. And I watch 5 minutes of it and then pass out because we're drunk.
That's what he tells the public, anyways. It's Kramer, how are you, buddy?
Well, how you doing, man? I was just getting ready to say my favorite Clay Lake thing actually had absolutely nothing to. Well, I mean, it might have had something to do with alcohol, but when we went out for Rob's birthday, and you were arguing with the ticket lady because you were flying out of Tampa because you had taken the bar exam in Tampa, and she couldn't find the date. She was like, I can't find your registry for the flight. And he's like, well, it's on here. So she goes and gets her manager, and he comes out and he goes, your flight was 6 days ago.
And he missed it. That's right.
He didn't just miss his flight by hours, 6 days. But the best thing about it was 8 hours later, he walks into the bar from Tampa to Colorado.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Yep, that was there was, and then that got ugly. No,
It really did.
that was Streets of London. It was our streets by then. But
After all that, I was like, you need a drink? And he's like, yeah, give me a Montucky cold snack.
Oh, cold snack.
cold snack.
Is that Danadrill up there?
It is Danadrill.
Yes.
Hey, man.
Yeah, he took all his Benadryl one day and he was out.
Well,
Yeah, that's the
That was-
entire story.
the day we got off the boat, poor Dan had never been in the ocean.
Oh,
Never in his life had been in the ocean. And my wife convinced him, you got to go, you got to go. Well, of course, he goes out there and there's like all this seaweed floating by and we got trapped in it. And we get back on shore and he has this like massive outbreak.
Oh.
And he's got this rash all over him, first time in the ocean. And so my wife pumps him full of like, what, half a dozen Benadryl?
Jesus.
So,
get it done.
Okay.
I can't stay awake on one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, neither could he.
Speaking of that, and Authority Zero, on that tour, we took out our friend Dave to run merchandise for us, who's from Missouri, had really not been outside of Missouri at all. So we got to see all these great things that we'd never seen before. And he saw the ocean for the first time in Virginia Beach. And we pulled up to the venue, and the beach was right there. And he just ran straight into the ocean with his jeans and shirts and shoes on. Just ran right in, just right
It's like,
away.
I've never seen the ocean. It's like, dude, you should know about riptides and stuff like that. Just like, straight in.
I'm going.
Okay, bye.
That same tour, when all 14 of us stayed at Clay's apartment, remember we had to go track Dave down outside, and we found him. He got his belt caught on the top of this fence. He was trying to jump this fence.
He was blackout drunk. He's like hanging upside down with the
He was
belt.
complete.
That same night, we couldn't find Eric. And did you end up in the
Closet.
The closet in the bathroom.
The closet.
Yeah,
14 different dudes shitting right across from him.
Yeah. I was so tired, and everyone was just blackout hammered drunk. I was like, I have to sleep, and I just found this closet. I was like, this is perfect. I closed the door.
People are shitting.
crashed,
Like, you
yeah.
open the door, and it's just like legs and just looking at
30 rolls of toilet paper all lined up. It's so
We destroyed that little apartment.
yeah, one bedroom, had In the Well, Authority Zero, Kramer, the Earth Skateboards team. It was like 20 people at one bedroom apartment.
That was a cool apartment, though. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, you crashed there a couple times.
Yeah.
Welcome to Rockville. Yeah.
I remember we spent like almost a week there because we had some time off, and that's when I think we hit like a Billboard chart or something, and we just got freaking ripped.
Yeah, Clay, stay away from us, man. Every time I see your face, I have to get drunk. I don't like it.
It's like when you smell alcohol that ruined your life.
Yeah.
This is like
I
Clay.
see Clay's face, like, oh, God. Oh.
Nicest thing you guys ever said. I appreciate it.
But I can actually do that to all of you right now.
Oh,
Oh
No.
is that Malort?
no! Yes.
Fucking disgusting. Yeah, thank you, Kramer.
Kansas City Dave tried Malort on that trip too.
Terrible.
Ugh. Are you from Chicago?
No, I just love it.
Oh,
How?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I like
I
it.
never really minded it either, honestly.
Oh, it's so gross.
you have no
I think the reason I end up learning to enjoy it, though, I think it's just enjoying seeing other people's faces. Like, it was always a good time, and then
you
it
know
is
what?
similar to like other like Italian like bitters and whatnot. But
It's kind
I
of like
think-
drink a pack of cigarettes with steak. It's like the combo.
yeah, no, it's like if you take Everclear and some nail polish remover and shoot that, and then immediately spray hairspray down your throat.
I,
Kind of,
I just
I don't enjoy it. I don't, well,
Delicious.
gasoline
Oh, good.
pickles, and a little bit of rotten grapefruit rind.
that's gross.
Yeah, I get the grapefruit. Rotten
But,
grapefruit.
So good.
I actually, I made our sommelier at work actually watch that sommelier reviews Malort video the other day. He was dying.
Amazing.
So if anybody can, he's never tried it. I need to find a way to get some into Albuquerque to destroy my sommelier.
I think my original Malortness comes from Eric and Jared from Counterpunch. I think they introduced me to it in Chicago 2011, 2012, somewhere in there, and I liked it, and they love it and act like it's a big joke. And Eric is a serious what do you call it? The person that makes drinks.
Oh, I don't know.
Mixologist.
Eric is a real deal mixologist and sets up.
He does cocktail programs for
bars.
Hilton programs out there.
But he's fun and loves the Malort, and I think they're the original people that got me
So
into
my
it.
introduction to Malort was also my introduction to Chicago. It was the first time I ever flew out. My friends who I was staying with picked me up from the airport, and literally I was assuming we're just going straight to their apartment, and it's probably like 2 p.m. And they're like, first stop is just the first bar we passed. They're like, hey, we're gonna run in here. It's like, guys, like I'm in like airline clothes. I had like a long layover, and they're like, no, it'll be quick. And first thing made me take a shot of Malort. That was just it.
That's what they call it. They call a Chicago handshake.
Yep.
Did you take a Malort with them?
A shot of Malort.
Of course I did. That's back
ham.
before I stopped drinking. Of course I did it. I wouldn't drink anything.
Dan,
Travis?
Stop drinking. I think.
Your town should be ashamed of itself.
No, I'm proud of myself to
You
bring it to you.
Your town.
I
I love it.
I think Malort is probably one of those things that really helps Chicago stay Chicago. Like people who can't handle Malort probably can't handle Chicago either.
Good
So
point.
It keeps
Kramer,
it from
don't get
turning
to
into
the
like
bitter
Denver,
level
which is full
of
of
Malort.
transplants. Chicago
If-
still has some real Chicago in it.
I,
Maybe it's
I,
Malort.
I do got to tell the Malort story
Bug
of all
repellent
Malort.
for the city.
The Malort story of all Malort stories was my bachelor party, believe it or not. Nathan and Sean had set us up this. It was the night before the Flogging Molly cruise in Miami, and they got us some kind of, what was it, a private yacht, or I don't know how to say. And they rented it and had a captain take us out in the Miami harbor as my bachelor party. And tons of alcohol on there, lots of Jameson, lots of Guinness, obviously with this crew. But
that jerk.
out of nowhere, we're already out there and we're already a little drunk. And out of nowhere, Dan comes walking up to me and goes, "Rob, look what I brought you." And it was a giant bottle of Malort. So I proceeded to make everybody besides me drink. And I drink it too, but we drank a whole bottle within a few minutes. And next thing you know, we had people passed out on the boat. We had like one person has nipple rings, and they were trying to wake him up by pulling his nipple rings in. He wouldn't wake up, and yeah, there's the Malort story. And
my favorite part of that is after we polished off this whole bottle of Malort, there was 16 of us out there, and everyone had brought multiple bottles. Everything's gone, and we'll say the 16 of us, the captain and the first mate, and we had been out there for about 2.5 hours, and at one point someone gets the bright idea that we need to take a picture. So we had made friends with the captain and the first mate, and the 16 of us are all up at the the bow, the front of the boat, and we're all lined up there. But we're all drunk, and it's a great idea, and we might have let the captain and first mate knock a few back too. And so we're like, "Here, get in the picture, da, 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 da," and couldn't get this picture. And finally, I was like, "Get in here." And all of a sudden, we kind of look at each other and realize, who the fuck is driving the boat?
No one.
Wow, do I not remember that? Wow.
Yeah, you had a few Malorts at that point. Hey, where's Cam?
I didn't drink on it.
Oh, that's right. You didn't drink.
How do you use your computer to talk, or is it your phone?
Maybe Dan just blocked it out of his memory as a trauma response.
But I will say,
no, I remember it all.
Another funny moment was he took us up to the edge of the house that they filmed Scarface in. Yeah. The captain drove us up, and we were all standing there looking at the house from Scarface, and we're yelling Scarface quotes at a house. And I'm expecting the people to come out shooting.
Just every night, every fucking night.
I think my absolute favorite part was Chaz was the one that said nobody post anything. Rob, of course you did, but then Chaz was too. And who was documenting the entire thing Facebook Live?
The whole thing.
Yep.
Yes. It wasn't me.
No, Chaz.
Oh.
That was Chaz.
I don't know if you saw me throw it up there a second ago, but Travis nailed it to the point. Ladies and gentlemen, counter punishers.
Yeah.
So,
I actually was able to get them back, though. For everyone that Counterpunch has ever punished, when they came to Albuquerque, they introduced me to a Coney dog when we were all in Vegas, because there's a Coney Island on Fremont. And we were talking about chili cheese dogs or whatever, and I'm sorry, but a Coney dog is not a chili cheese dog. It looks like somebody ate a chili cheese dog and shit it out on top of a hot dog. That is not how we do chili.
Now you're talking about an institution here.
Yeah, but so when they came to Albuquerque, I picked up the tried and true Doghouse chili cheese dogs for all of them, the footlongs, and just destroyed every last member of Counterpunch for days. from what I was told. So, you know, for
Perfect.
everybody who they ever got with Malort or any of their weird pranks, just know that every time they come out here, I punish them back for you.
Well, giving them their props. Their 2 new singles are unbelievable, and their new album will be coming soon. And man, I've heard it, luckily, and it's badass. So make sure you're ready for that. Thousand Island Records and SBAM overseas. And also, Clay, this is, since you're here, we'll talk about it. It'll be a long pre-order, but we've come up with a Earth Skateboards Punk Rock Saves Lives Authority Zero combo pack coming, including a skate deck designed by Mr. Kramer right there.
Hey, I saw it. It looks great.
And unfortunately, you said the skateboard companies are running about 6 months.
Well, the whole skateboard world has kind of imploded lately with the pandemic. Everyone's taken up the sport, social distancing. You know, a lot of the wood, a lot of the factories. It's just a lot of problems in general right now. But you know, instead of like a 2-month turnaround, it's like a 6-month turnaround. It's still possible, but it's you know, a little bit slower than usual, but it's still out there.
Yep. So we're gonna do a pre-order situation on that. There's also a rad shirt, a ringer, kind of cool ringer, a hat, and some stickers and patches. So there'll be a combo package coming. I've just got to put it out there and start taking pre-orders for it. If you pre-ordered a jacket, the spreadsheet is going into Dabbles, and production should start. He'll mail them right to you. If you ordered one of the jackets and ordered other merch with it, your merch has been sent. Your jacket will follow. I put a note in everyone, but just in case you get your other stuff and go, where's my jacket? It's being made. They were made to order. So pretty cool stuff. We've already gone over an hour. This has been so much fun. Let's do our normal closeouts. With our guests that are here that aren't normally here, I'm going to ask you our new question. We'll start with In the Whale. Guys, where would your life be today if you had not found punk?
I would probably have a steady job. I would be able to shower properly. I would probably be building and digging out a koi pond for my house. I maybe, I don't know, looking into a 401k, looking at maybe diversifying some of my portfolio.
I'd probably be playing in some lame progressive rock band.
Oh. Well, you definitely got the chops if you want to, you know.
I'm not saying everything that I did was bad, by the way. Those are, you know, I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah, exactly. Clay, where would you be right now had you not discovered punk rock in your life?
I wouldn't have such good friends, that's for sure. I got a side question for In the Well.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
It's not a bad one. I was just thinking of that band Counterpunch. And was that the dudes that put the glitter in your teeth?
No.
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 That was
No,
Clay.
it was.
That's been a topic. You missed that.
Three times.
Yeah, we've talked about it 3 times tonight. That's
Oh, really?
If anybody, people could have turned that into a drinking game.
I was trying to figure out which band that was.
Travis is loving this right now.
Yes.
Loving it.
I don't know if you saw where he said he iced them so bad that it, yeah. I don't know which one was puking. Oh wait, and because we're talking about him again, there you go.
Yeah, I liked it when we iced on that same tour. Was when Jason tore his ACL.
Yep.
We talked about all this, Clay. God.
I gave the shirt off ice on stage. It was great, dude.
Cycling the same stories.
You've been literally saying
Story since I wasn't there, so
No, it's good. It's like funnier the second time.
And it's awesome that we've all developed these fun stories over time together. You know, there's all sorts of intertwining in this group, and that's why I think we try to change the world in our ways, is because we actually have fun together. We care about things. We care about each other, and that's a pretty rad thing. So what I do to close out every week is we'll start this week with Mackenzie. What is something you've been listening to lately, reading, or a podcast or something that's been working really good for you that you should tell people to check out that might help them through the next couple of weeks. So
honestly,
there you
for
go.
me, not much has changed since last week. I'm still on a Carrie Brownstein kick, with a little Blake Schwarzenbach thrown in there. A lot of Jawbreaker and Jessica Brazil are making their way into my eardrums while I'm driving. Other than that, it's been pretty busy, so a whole lot of nothing as far as reading and watching goes. But
Yep, that's awesome. All right, let's jump over to Kramer. What's been blowing your eardrums up lately?
Well, I made the mistake of introducing my kid to the song "Surfing Bird," and so that's been on repeat a lot. But I gotta say,
Father of the Year already.
that's been a blast. Actually, speaking of Travis got me hip to a band called it's a German reggae hip hop band called Seed with 3 E, Seeed. I'm about halfway down that rabbit hole, and it is awesome.
Proud of you.
And look, we talked about her earlier, and April just popped in, and she said there's a new Bullet Treatment EP if you need to work out some anger. So
sick.
if April likes it, I'm pretty sure I will too. And let's see. Well, let's move over to In the Whale, guys. What's been blowing your eardrums up lately? What's been happening? What do you like?
I just got turned on to this Night Stalker documentary.
I watched. It's good.
That shit is bananas. You want to check it out? It's called The Night Stalker. It's on Netflix.
Yeah, I watched it, and it's scary.
It's insane.
I've been going back down the rabbit hole for shellac, and I just got done listening to 1,000 Hertz again recently, like while I'm doing work at the house and things like that.
That's rad. I haven't thought about shellac in a while. That's cool.
You always have to think of shellac.
Yeah.
They always have to be in, like, it's kind of like Dinosaur Jr. or something like Sonic Youth or something like that. It's just kind of got to be there for some reason in your back of your mind somewhere.
I do fall down a Sonic Youth Dinosaur Jr. hole, and it really takes me back. And this tells you how old I am. That really takes me back to college. So I was a college DJ, and right when Daydream Nation came out, and that album changed the world, and that was right before Nirvana, and everybody right before Nirvana broke. Not everybody knew Bleach and stuff when you were in college radio, but
Sure.
But all of that leading into it, the Husker Du's, the Sonic Youth. Oh God, it was so incredible. The REMs, punk in a way different definition of punk, but still punk in my opinion. So I've had that argument about REM being the early REM is definitely punk in its way. It was definitely
an attitude. I mean, you could play country music and be a punk band. Like you could play hip hop and be a punk.
I think a lot of punk, hip hop is the definition of punk. They did it themselves. They stood for what they believed in and didn't let anybody get in their way. And that's what hip hop was and is. So, Clay, anything that's been blowing your eardrums up?
Yeah, this new In the Whale album.
Oh my God!
Yeah. For since November, so it's pretty cool.
Look at those two guys rocking it out.
Watching a video of In the Whale In the Whale.
It doesn't surprise any of us.
Inception.
Inception. Clay's version of Inception. Punk rock saves lives. Inception. Where's Leonardo DiCaprio? Actually, no. We got Bruce Willis with us.
Yeah.
And we got Steve, the Life Aquatic, Steve Zissou.
And if you don't know, Clay was a stand-in for Bruce Willis in a movie, so that's why we make that
That's
joke.
right.
I feel like you're much bigger than he is.
I have the body of a 5-year-old.
My little brother was a stand-in for Kelsey Grammer once.
Oh damn!
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
He was doing props on this movie, and they needed like another shot at the back of Kelsey Grammer's head while he was driving. And for the movie, he had a wig and everything, so it wasn't that big of a deal. But they didn't want to pay Kelsey Grammer's rate to bring him back for like an hour, so they just had my brother do it. They're like, "Yeah, you're about the same height. Just throw a wig on him and let him drive around town."
Nice.
Yeah, totally against his union's rules, but he didn't know much better.
Yeah, right.
I grew up in Savannah, Georgia, and they filmed tons of movies there, even to this day. And back in the, I guess, late 70s, early 80s, they filmed a movie called Gator with
Burt Reynolds.
Burt Reynolds. And my uncle Andy is a ambulance driver in the movie, but you only catch like this back of his head in a scene, and he had that kind of curly fro thing going on, like the late 70s. And I laugh every time. I go watch it every so often just to laugh at my uncle's curly fro. But you only catch it for just like a second. But I'm like, hey, that's my Uncle Andy. You know. But
awesome. I'm a huge Burt Reynolds fan.
I mean, he has his place in cinematic history.
Yeah,
definitely.
Dan,
that must have.
You always give us some really rad stuff to listen to. What's been blowing you up lately?
So honestly, I've been on a folk kick, but recently, I've been listening to Toby Morse of H2O. I've been listening to his podcast recently, which is One Life, One Chance.
So good. So good.
Really, really great interviewer, to the T. From anything, talking with Brendan, the drummer, 15 years going as the drummer for Rancid. His story about joining in the band, and it's pretty kick-ass. Besides that, which has been definitely on my radar a lot, Mikey and his ukulele released cover today. And speaking of them, the singer of it was the President of the United States covering Silver by Nirvana.
Oh, cool.
With Xander. What's up?
I didn't catch that one, so I don't know.
Yeah. With Xander of Circle Jerks, Jake of Strung Out, Darren of Punk Rock Karaoke, and Mike from Fairmounts.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Pretty solid lineup.
That is.
We've they did one with Jen Archie from they did Offspring, and she just destroys it on vocals. It's incredible. And I think Intruder Purple's in that one too. So check out all those Mike and his ukes. It's an awesome thing. And then the Punk Rock Karaoke guys have been doing the live ones too, or not live, but they've been doing some all-star ones, which have been rad. And one of them was our brother Nathan Maxwell. So go find that one. That's really rad.
Yeah, you guys haven't heard yet. Noogie, they came out with a new album, 2020 and Teen Idol, and they used the drummer. You know how they're Nick passed away, the other drummer. But they used the drummer from TSOL. You guys should check it out. It's awesome, man.
Yeah.
April just got one of mine. We'll talk about that right now. The Boss Tones just did this giant, super long song, and it's rad. And I know Jason's on it, Jay Navarro's on it. It's like all these super cameos, and it's really, really, really awesome. She also says, the Texas people, rest in peace, Nick. So that's very true. Is anybody else hearing some really weird static?
Yeah, okay. I hear it.
Technology and punk rock kick. Is that you, Clay?
Yeah, it might be.
Oh, I think he froze.
Yep. Maybe that's the omen. Wrapping up.
But I would not be the least bit surprised that in like 8 minutes from now, Clay's like, gotcha.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Pops right back.
Well, on that, guys, I want to thank In the Whale for being with us. Please go check out, is it inthewhale.com?
Yes.
Please check out their stuff. Download or buy some merch. Do something to help your artist. Go check out everybody you can. You can always check out punkrocksaveslabs.org too. Check out our mental health page that's been blowing up. Dan, y'all are doing such an amazing job over there, and the community is great. It's a safe space to talk about anything you need to talk about. And that's where we pivot during we're not out there on the road with you right now, but we have pivoted and really become a force with the mental health aspects. So please check that out as Tina walks by behind me again. There it goes. InTheWhaleSucks.com.
Either one.
Okay, either one works. You bought them all. I like that. But
Yeah, before someone else did.
yeah, they. Oh, apparently we fired off my Alexa.
Oh,
Either that or I am being monitored. That's probably.
Alexa, order 100 pounds.
No,
of-
no. No.
Now we all know that Rob has an Alexa right next to the PRSL laptop. So
Well,
Alexa.
but other than that, guys, we always try to tell you we're out here for you. You can call us. My number is on there. If you have any problems, thoughts, you need help, reach out to us. We're here for you. We try to keep this punk rock community strong by being there for each other. We have amazing people, as you've heard the stories, because we've been doing this together and we want to keep doing this together. So it's really cool to hear fun stories, give everybody a laugh, give everybody relief during this every week. We'll be back next week. I'm working on February and March's lineups right now. Mackenzie, we need to talk. Dan, we need to talk. We've got some great ideas, and I'm sure y'all do too. So let's knock out a few months coming up. If you are watching and you're in a band or in the punk rock community and somehow, give us a call. We might get add you for coming up. We got Carly someplace coming up in a few weeks. I'm not actually sure. Talk body positivity and boudoir and glamour. That's going to come up. We've got the Jeremy and his partner who are the punk rock Houston Punk Rock Fest are going to come on in a few weeks. Kramer knows them, and they're going to come on and talk about that and all sorts of rad stuff. But remember, we're always out here for you. If you have anything, please let us know. In the Whale, thank you so much for being with us. Enjoy.
Thanks for
It's going to be sunny the next few days here in Denver, so hopefully the temperatures will go up a little and give us all, go out in your backyard, get a little sun. I tell people to do something small to help your world, and that can be as easy as yelling over your fence at your neighbor to make sure they're okay. Give them some personality without getting close. Wear your mask, and get your shots if you can. If that's your thing, please do. We'll all get back to touring. I always end by saying 2 words. One love, up the punks. Good night, everybody.
night.
See everybody.
And we are clear.
okay.